Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to analyze some of the previous questions asked in the last HSA exam. I have selected just 20 questions for today and the remaining questions we can do later. I think it's really important to go through the previous questions when we are preparing for any kind of exam because it will give us an idea as to how should we prepare, and we will get an idea about the level of questions. We will get an idea about from which part they ask most questions, these kinds of things. Anyway, we don't want to waste much time. Let's go to the questions. And the first question, according to Francis Bacon, using studies too much for ornament is dash. This is the question, and I have selected some simple questions to begin with. All these 20 questions that I selected for today, maybe those questions are simple, and don't assume that all the questions will be in the same level. Anyway, let's start. Studies too much for ornament according to Bacon. Option A, affectation. It's a very simple question, I suppose. And this, of studies, we have already made a lesson on of studies. It is there in the HSA playlist. You can go and watch this. Anyway, the options are affectation, pleasure, humor, sloth. Maybe you got the answer. The correct answer is affectation. And he, in this essay, he says like, to spend too much time in studies is sloth, to use them for much for ornament is affectation, to make judgment wholly by their rules is humor of a scholar. You can see that. Anyway, this essay, the of studies, this essay was first published in 1597. This essay was first published, and the revised edition came in 1612. Bacon had added some lines, and he had made some alteration to the 1612 version of the essay. Okay, let's go to the second question. Another simple question. John Donne belongs to the group of poets, namely options: romantics, movement, metaphysical, pre-Raphaelite. Easy question. I think all of you should get this. Okay. Yes, you're correct. The answer is metaphysical. He's a metaphysical poet. We have John Donne's A Valediction, Forbidding Mourning, in the syllabus, right? I think we don't want to spend too much time on discussing what metaphysical poetry means. It is not in the syllabus anyway. We have to know just John Donne is a metaphysical poet. Next question, the third question. The painter of the portrait of last Duchess. Options are Van Gogh, Da Vinci, Frappenthal, Claus of Innsbruck. Another simple question. You got it. The question is from Browning's My Last Duchess. It's a dramatic monologue, The correct answer is Frappenthal. The correct answer is Frappenthal. It's a very simple question. This poem, My Last Duchess, was published in his collection Dramatic Lyrics. Dramatic Lyrics. This came in 1842, actually. Next question. Who wrote the Wretched of the Earth? Who wrote The Wretched of the Earth? Edward Said, Franz Fanon, Homi Bhabha, Derek Walcott. Do you get an idea about where this question came from? Actually, we don't have Fanon separately in the, sorry, I said the answer. The correct answer is Franz Fanon. He's not there in the syllabus. This question came from, post-colonial theory. So, you got an idea how they are asking question. I think in the last question, in the previous exams, there was no question directly from the theory or the terms in the theory, but there are some questions from the critics who are associated with those theories. So this question came from post-colonial criticism, and so the question came from one of the post-colonial critic, and the question is asked, right, like they asked actually the work of that one of the critics of the post-colonial theory, Franz Fanon. Fanon's, of course, he's very important. He's one of the important works. Is this one, The Wretched of the Earth, and another important work with regard to this particular theory, post-colonial theory, is Black Skins, White Mask. Black Skins, White Mask. If you want, black skins and white masks. Okay, it came in 1967. Wretched of the Earth came in 1963. Okay. He was kind of, Franz Fanon, he was interested in the psychological effect of colonialism, right? We will discuss this later. Next question, fifth question. The nickname of Laura Wingfield. The nickname of Laura Wingfield. Do you know where this question came from? Yeah, of course. Laura Wingfield is a character in Tennessee Williams, the Glass Menagerie. So the answer is Blue Roses. Glass Menagerie, talking about Glass Menagerie, it's a memory play. It's a kind of play. Here, all the events are narrated from the memory of the main character. The title Glass Menagerie actually refers to the collections of glass animals. This menagerie, I hope you know the meaning of the word wild animals kept in captivity, menagerie. So she has these wild animals, but those are made of glass menagerie. These were the collections of glass animals. Okay, this is actually the Glass Menagerie. This is actually the title too. And her nickname, Blue Roses. Blue Roses is the nickname. This nickname actually came from Jim, another character. Jim's mishearing of pleurosis, actually. Pleurosis. Pleu. Pleurosis. It's a disease, actually. This is the disease which left her crippled. She's crippled in that play, you may know. So the name Blue Roses, the nickname Blue Roses came from Jim's mishearing of the word pleurosis. Okay, go to the next question. The identity of Godot in Beckett's Waiting for Godot. A merchant, option A. B, a farmer. A slave. Option D, no identity. God, you know. Very simple question. Answer is no identity, because you know nothing is given in the play, no information is provided regarding Godo. Okay, the people who are waiting even don't know anything about this guy, this man, this Godo. So he has no identity in the play. Let's move on. Seventh question. Who authored language in literature? Okay, question came from, you know, when you look at the again options, you will get the question came from you know, Russian formalism, Victor Shklovsky, Boris Eichenborn, Roman Jakobson, Jan Makrovsky, or formalist. I have already made a video on a theory, Russian formalism. Everything you can check there. In the methodology of literature, in the playlist called Methodology of Literature, it is there, all the theories that I made so far. Actually, in those videos, I didn't say this one, language literature, because I was just giving an overall idea about that theory and the key terms associated with those theories. I didn't go deeply into separate authors. That we can do later, I suppose, because we got two questions from the writers or the critics who are associated with those theories. Okay, when we got earlier from post-colonial theory, now we got from this question from Russian formalism. Anyway, let's go to the answer. I think that you might have got the answer. The answer is yes, Roman Jakobson. Roman Jakobson is the author of the book Language in Literature. Next question, question number 8. The armor bearer to Macbeth. Question came from Macbeth. It is there in the syllabus. Options are Siward, Rose, Angus, Satan. Yeah, the answer is Satan. Satan is a very minor character in the, so you have to study these kinds of works in very detail. Only then you can answer questions like this. He's a very minor character. He has just 5 dialogues only in the play. Question number 9. Who introduced the concept of touchstone? The concept of touchstone in literary criticism. A simple, I think some of you might have learned it from your degree course. Options are Matthew Arnold, there is no D here, Matthew Arnold, T.S. Eliot, Aristotle, William Wordsworth. Touchstone method. Of course, the answer is Matthew Arnold. Yeah, he was saying this, you know, to weigh the quality of a particular poem. You have to compare the poem to know the quality of the poem. You have to compare those poems to the great poets like Shakespeare, etc. So you will get the quality of the poem that you have in your hand now. So those great writers can be considered as the touchstone. That is what he says in that essay. I didn't say the name of the essay. You may know the essay is Study of Poetry by Matthew Arnold. And the next question, question number 10. Who was arrested for Sophie's death in God of small things. Options are Chaco, Rahel, Velutta, and Baby Kochama. Okay, God of Small Things, written by Arundhati Roy. The answer is Velutta. Velutta is the answer. Actually, this is Baby Kochama who accuses Velutta of being responsible for Sophie's death. She goes to the police station and she accuses Velutta for the death of, Sophie's death. Next question, question number 11. George Orwell's Animal Farm is an example of options: dystopian fiction, utopian fiction, magic realism. So very simple question. I think this, since we have a specific syllabus, even the PSC have some difficulty with, giving you options. They are not they can't give tough or difficult options, difficult questions also. Since you have a very specific syllabus, maybe sometimes when you see the options for the questions, it may seem so funny sometimes. Anyway, this answer is dystopian fiction. The opposite is utopian fiction. You have very beautiful place, but in dystopian, the place is very fearful. It's a bad place. So of course, Animal Farm. In Animal Farm, you don't have a beautiful face. It's an allegorical novel. If you want more information, it's an allegorical novel. It was Animal Farm was published in 1945. What happens in this novel? There are some farm animals. They rebel against their human farmer actually, and they are hoping to create a society where they can be equal. This doesn't happen though anyway. The next question: the year in which Vol Soyinka won Nobel Prize. Vol Soyinka won Nobel Prize. That's the question. So this question came from not from the work. It came from biography of Soyinka, but not deep into the biography. Almost everyone knows this. The answer is, of course, 1986. In the syllabus, we have Soyinka's telephone conversation. Almost everyone might have studied this poem. Question number 13. The theme of Ezekiel's Night of the Scorpion. Very simple. You have studied this from your high school, I suppose. Answer is superstition, of course. Next question, question number 14. Son of Ulysses, to whom he bestowed the charge of his country, Ithaca. Okay, you got where this question came from. Question came from Ulysses, of course, written by Tennyson. The answer is Telemachus. Here you can see that line. This is my son, mine own Telemachus, to whom I leave the scepter and the isle. Okay, you can read it later. Question number 15. The Greek playwright who is referred to in Dover Beach. Dover Beach is a poem by Matthew Arnold. The options are uh, Aeschylus, Sophocles, and we have Aristophanes, then Euripides. The correct answer is Sophocles. Sophocles is actually the correct answer. Sophocles, long ago, heard it on the Aegean, and it brought into his mind the turbid ebb and flow of human misery. This is the line actually. So we have, Arnold's two works in the syllabus: Dover Beach, his poem, and his essay, critical essay, study of poetry too. 16th question. Again, this is actually the second question from Macbeth. Who is Macbeth at the beginning of the play? Options: Thane of Glamis, Thane of Fife, Thane of Cawdor, Thane of Venice. Option D is very funny. Yes, the correct answer is Thane of Glamis. Okay, and after the victory in the battle in the beginning of the play, you can see he comes victorious, and after the war, and he gets the title Thane of Cawdor too. Actually, in the beginning, he was Thane of Glamis. Question number 17. The term stands for speaking by Saussure. Options are lang, parole, sign, signified. Speaking, the term what that he is using for speaking. Sorry, I was trying to switch into Malayalam. Okay, yes. The answer is simple: parole, right? The individual utterance is called parole. The whole, system of the language, the grammar, the rules, all those things are called lang, right? The individual utterance, or we can say here speaking, is called parole. In the syllabus we have nature of linguistic sign. We have the topic nature of linguistic sign to study. This is an extract from his work, Course in General Linguistics. It came in 1916. Next question. Question is from Doll's House. Name the dance practiced and performed by Nora in a doll's house. Options are tarantella, May dance, waltz, opera. The option, it's a very simple question. I think you got the answer. The answer is tarantella. Doll's House, written by Henrik Ibsen. The first performance was in 1879. You know what it deals? It deals the fate of a married woman in the, male-dominated world. Question number 19. The film version of Shaw's Pygmalion, Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion, the film version, is it My Black Lady, My Fair Lady, Lady of the Sonnets, Pygmalion, the same title? What is the correct answer? The options may seem funny here too. It's a very simple question. All of you know the answer. The answer is My Fair Lady. Right? I don't know, is there any movie titled My Black Lady? There is a play written by, it's a comedy written by Bernard Shaw, The Dark Lady of the Sonnet. The Dark Lady of this sonnet is actually a short comedy written by Bernard Shaw. Let's move to the last question. Setting of the play Riders to the Sea. Again, very simple question. Jayam sings. Jayam sings Riders to the Sea. The setting is Greenland Islands, Aran Islands, Norwegian Islands, Italian Islands. Option B, Aran Islands. Simple question, all of you know that. That is the correct answer. Okay. This Riders to the Sea was published in 1904. Okay. Actually, not published. It is actually the first performance. Okay. That's it for today, and we will discuss the remaining 80 questions later. So you might have got some idea about how they are asking questions. I have already told you these 20 questions may seem simple, and the remaining 80 questions I think are not that much simple. I was taking some simple questions, to begin with, and we can't say the same kinds of question will be they're asking the same type of question in the next exam too. They may ask a little tough question, we don't know. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I'm going to stop. Thank you for watching, and you please like this video and subscribe.